Welcome. Today we're going to talk about stress. The economy is causing people to be stressed out. Bills are pouring in. People have lost their jobs, their homes. Prices are continuously rising, as well as people's tempers. Stress is causing people to act out in ways that they normally would not behave. People should try to reduce stress by looking at the causes, learn ways to cope with stress, and know when to get help. All people experience stress, whether it's an accident, a death of a loved one, a major illness, or a traumatic event. Stress is unavoidable. As a result, the Centers for Disease Control claims that stress is part of society, and it can hit you when you least expect it. Indeed, people should know that stress is caused when enormous demands are placed upon them, or if a perceived threat to a situation. To illustrate, the American Institute of Stress says that the body reacts by shifting resources to fight off a perceived threat. I can personally tell you that when I'm stressed, I have an increase in heart rate and breathing, my muscles get tense, and I can feel the adrenaline being released. There is a fluctuating sensation in my stomach, similar to the feeling you get when you go down a roller coaster hill. However, the American Institute of Stress claims that once a crisis passes, the body returns back to normal. The Centers for Disease Control also adds that strong emotions like fear and sadness or symptoms of depression are normal as long as they're temporarily and do not interfere with daily activities. Furthermore, stress can be caused by a traumatic event. Of course, the Centers for Disease Control explains that a traumatic event can turn your life upside down. There's no simple fix, and many people experience a strong and lingering stress. For example, last week when the Boston Marathon was bombed, runners experienced fear and anxiety. Then, when they sensed that danger was among them, their response was to get out of harm's way. This is known as fight or flight. Meanwhile, people should know that help is available to cope with stress. In fact, sometimes just talking to other people can help put stress in perspective. In addition, the Centers for Disease Control suggests that if stress is severe enough to overwhelm a person's ability to take care of themselves and their families, that they should seek help. That getting help can help them feel better and figure out a way to move forward. Furthermore, unfortunately, some people choose unhealthy ways to cope with stress, such as drinking or withdrawing from friends and family. However, these types of coping strategies only have a temporary effect to reducing stress and can actually make matters worse. Of course, we should not forget about our children. It is natural for them to worry when scary or stressful events happens in their lives. You can help your children by listening, create opportunities where they can talk, listen to their thoughts and feelings, and most importantly, just provide stability. Nevertheless, everyone reacts differently to situations, and everyone uses different coping strategies. Some people have found humor to be helpful in stressful situations. As a result, an article called Funny Students Cope Better, Patterns of Human Enactment and Coping Effectiveness illustrates that humor can help people cope with life, that humorous communication is a productive strategy for people in a variety of situations, that when people use humor, they tend to be less lonely and have a greater social attractiveness. But at the same time, the article also notes that people should be aware that some people may perceive humor as offensive, and humor must be sensitive to the immediate environment, especially since what may be funny to one person, another person might not think it's funny. All in all, stress is always going to be a part of life. It is just unavoidable. Since we cannot control certain life events, we have to know the symptoms of stress and ways to adapt to changes. We can do this by using coping strategies to help us feel better and move forward. However, when we are not able to cope well, we should seek help. Thank you.